FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 6 p.m.
My heart's a stereo. It beats for you, so listen close. And my thoughts in every note. Oh, oh. Make me a radio. Turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. Sing along to my stereo.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
There's not a sound we gon' make you move, and I'm your 100.7 FM. Where I shall leave.
Anywhere we day, na melody they play. From Monday to Sunday, we no go delay. Sweet vibes they bust for the air like Ray. Turn it up loud, no darling today.
Yeah, Melody FM, the sound that you like. Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit from back on the wave, giving fire non-stop. 100.7, make we raise the rooftop. Oh, they're on the show, they run up. We station the bus brain, the melody they run up. If I down to the wall, we dey loud up. Catch the vibe, make you know. Hey, it's your boy M-Block. Oh, I'm tuned to Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan.
Delay. Sweet vibes they pass for the air like Ray. Turn it up loud, no darling today.
Yeah, Melody FM, the sound legit. Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit from black on the wave, giving fire non-stop. 100.7, make we raise the rooftop. When they're on the show, they run up. We station the bus spray, the melody they run up. If I gone to the wall, we dey loud up. Catch the vibe, make you know.
Anywhere we day, na melody they play. From Monday to Sunday, we no go delay. Sweet vibes they bust for the air like Ray. Turn it up loud, no darling today. Go. Melody FM, the sound legit.
Now here we dey dance, now here we dey hit, we dey hit from black on the wave, giving fire non-stop. 100.7, make we raise the rooftop. Put them on the show, they run out. We station the bus spray, the melody they run out. We got down to the wall, we dey loud up. Catch the vibe, make you know. We're tuned to Melody, we're tuned to Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan. Yeah. We're tuned to Melody.
Melody FM 100.7.
Alright, it's another beautiful Monday on Melody 100.7 FM. This is the cruise show where we take you around the world of sports and entertainment. And you know the first segment is always for sports. At 6 to 7 is where we do the sports segment, and the second segment is for entertainment, which and I will be doing it alongside Z. Yeah, that's 7 to 8 later today. All right, I welcome you in the name of the chairman of Melody 100.7 FM. Yes, that's Prophet Sam Adebayo Ojo Baba Authority, and also the general manager of Melody 100.7 FM, Eniola Afolabi, the sports marshal. The producer of this show is Pretty the Finest. Are they okay? Yes, big ups to my brothers right there, Marcus Agbeniga and Timothy. Yeah, doing justice to the streaming, the production. We're currently live on Facebook, Melody 100.7 FM. Yes, you can go on there, Facebook as well as YouTube. Currently live on both sides. But yes, we are on all social media platforms, Twitter, X, TikTok. You can go on there. You check some of our, our some of our content, because lately we've been doing so many things on content. You see Daniel Bojuri and the likes. Yes, doing justice to the content right there. All right, you can go on there, check our live pages. That's YouTube and Facebook. Drop your comments to some of the stories we'll be talking about today. Yes, are both on sports and entertainment. And not forgetting the guys audio engineering, Amos 33, and my brother right there, Moses, doing justice to that. Daniel Adeyemi is right here. The Odogu himself, radio pastor, all he was, content manager, everything.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. I don't know what you're saying.
I saw that content with this lady.
So as we're speaking right now, my name is Daniel Adeyemi. Your sports here is here.
Radio pastor.
That's not here.
Okay.
So don't try to rope me. Don't try to put that on me. So that by the time you tag me with radio pastor now, people expect me to be gentle and all of that.
Okay.
But of course, a lot of things been going on, Melody FM, when you've got a boss that actually,
gives you that platform to
exactly. That's how to say it. It gives you that platform, won't stop firing your bomb. You can't sit down
exactly.
in one place.
He's outside there listening. He could come in and
no. I don't think he's listening. So whatever you want to say, you can just say it.
Guys, say my job.
Say whatever Feel free to say whatever you want to say. He's not listening. But of course, you have to actually give kudos to the wonderful people here in Melody FM doing wonderful things. Seriously speaking. And not just the guys you get to see their face. It's the wonderful guys you don't even get to see their face, but for most of the time their brain behind what's happening out there. Talk about the likes of Marcus Agbeniga. Talk about Timothy doing the guys in the engineering department. Moses. Hey, Amos 33. Those are senior men right there. We give it to them, of course, this evening. Together with them, we'll be making it a success on the cruise show. Of course, let's go straight right into sport.
All right, I'm Akim Bobola, Egunfemi. Welcome to the sports segment of the cruise show on Melody 100.7 FM.
From deep and out. That's a smashing ball into Martins. Josie, Yobo, Google. And it's just out to the phone. Single Odesi. Sensational. What a wonderful finish. That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal. That's something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goal? They're all copybook stuff.
All right, there's a lot to talk about in the world of sport today. I will be talking about stories from table tennis. I'll talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria and also, local scenes before we go on to talk about Champions League game. Right now, Barcelona, they are winning 1-0. Femi Lopez was the man that got the goal for them. But before then, let's talk about this story. Nigerian teenage table tennis sensation Matthew Kuti has been named most improved male player at the 2025 ITTF African Championship in tennis, capping an exceptional season that saw him break into the World 200 for the first time. Now, the 14-year-old prodigy earned recognition from International Table Tennis Federation Africa ITTF Africa following a string of outstanding performances that helped Nigeria reach the semi-finals of the Continental Championship, and the reigning West African champion was instrumental in Nigeria's strong showing in tennis, displaying maturity and skill beyond his years. Meanwhile, the Nigerian male team, received the STAG Fair Play Award for their exemplary sportsmanship in their final group match. Daniel, let's talk about this young sensation, Matthew Kuti. And we've been talking about this man, Aruna Quadri, getting to his peak. I feel like he's already in his peak, 37 years. And here's this man, young sensation, Matthew Kuti, was at the sport festival. I think the last report I got about him was he was in the semi-finals representing Lagos. Now let's talk about this young sensation. Is it too early to start hyping this man that maybe is that man that can take up the job? Because we saw the movement from Segun Toriola to Aruna Quadri, and right now we are yet to get that person that would take up the mantle for him. Now let's talk about Matthew Kuti. Do you think it's that young sensation to take up the mantle from Aruna Quadri?
I mean, expectations are high, definitely, and we must actually sing praises of Matthew Kuti. He's been doing fantastically well. Most improved on the 14. And, when you look at the way he's actually been consistent for his age, you must really give him some kudos, honestly speaking. A right-handed magic, that's what they call him.
Yeah.
Very, very, very. He plays with a lot of, the way he carries himself. He doesn't play. He's not stage fright. He doesn't battle with stage fright. He goes on to do it again and again. And for you to be named most improved goes to show that already there's eyes on you.
Yeah.
And those that are watching you consistently, and you are also doing it consistently. You have Nigeria win the first regional championship in Lomé in Togo back in April 2024, and it's 2025 again. Is still up there doing it again. He entered the top 200 in the International Table Tennis Federation. That's in the men category.
Yeah.
At 14, he's already pulling ranks with men.
Doing big things.
That's the way to say it. Doing big things already. So you really have to say some praises. You really have to give him some kudos. But the most important thing is to make sure that the boy keep his head down. Keep his head down, his chin's up, and make sure that the likes of Aruna Quadri, give him all the necessary tools, all the necessary supports, all the things that actually can, Aruna Quadri growing up in the table tennis world has run into some troubles and all of that. Now is the time to help the young boy not to make some of the mistakes he made. So it's really very good run. These are one of the signs, some of the good things we like to see, in Nigeria, in our sport and all of that. I mean, at 14, he's already what we call we got a gift on our hand now. It's now down to us on how we manage it. So for Nigeria and Africa broadly, it represents a new generation of talent, beyond just established stars. This is a new ray of hope. So big kudos to the young man right there. Let's hope that we get to see more of Matthew Kuti from other sports as well.
All right, away from that, Benin Republic has been confirmed as the host nation of the second edition of WAFUB Under 20 Women's Championship, scheduled for November 3rd to 10th, 2025. The regional tournament will feature top teams from West African Zone B, including defending champions Ghana, Nigeria's Falconet, Niger, and host Benin. This year's edition promises thrilling encounters and a display of emerging talent, as the competition continues to play a key role in promoting women's football development across the sub-region. All right, moving away from that, 11 players are now in the Super Eagles camp, Super Falcons, I beg your pardon, as the team continues preparations for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations qualifying fixtures against the Amazons of Benin Republic. The defending champions started preparations for the game in Lomé, Togo, yesterday, and 9 players took part in the team's official first training section. The players are Asisat Oshuala, Folashade Ijamilusi, Taiwo Afolabi, Miracle Usani. Other players who took part in the sessions are Joy Omewa, Adeline Ungbechi, Blessing Ilevida, Kafayat Mafishere, goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadoze, midfielder Christe Uchibe linked up with the team at the hotel yesterday night, and more players are expected in camp ahead of today's training session which will start. Yeah, I think it has started already 3 p.m. because now it's 6:14, so about 3 hours ago. Daniel, what do you make of it? The girls are back.
Yeah.
After what they did, the Mixed X. Now this is the qualifying stages for the AF1. Yes, the African Women's Cup of Nations right there. And now, should we be talking about Mission 11? Because just recently, Justin Madugu was given a contract 2 years with the ladies. And what do you expect from Justin Madugu and these girls heading to the qualifying rounds? Yeah.
To be honest with you, I love the way Justin Madugu has actually come out to talk to the girls on important things. And he said, and I quote, "It's no time to dwell on the previous victory." They were not the one who won the 9, the previous 9. Many of them were not the ones.
Okay.
They've only clinched the 10. They've done great. Mission X done and dusted.
Yeah.
But right now, when you've won the Continental for the 10th time, your big dream should be winning the ultimate, fighting for the global event, which is the World Cup.
Okay.
So I don't think their sight is majorly set on the WAFCON. With all due respect to the WAFCON, I know they have to get that, of course, for them to still remain at the top to be able to compete at the global stage. But the most important thing for them right now, for them to listen to Coach Justin Madugu, and ensure that they don't dwell on the previous victory. They've done well at the WAFCON, incredible performance, incredible result. The nation celebrate them. Right now, they are the only ones who believe are actually delivering in football in the nation. But the most important thing now is they should make it their motto. It's no time to dwell on the past glory. It's in the past already. So the most important thing for them now is to assess their last performance.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there was time to do that. Immediately after the WAFCON, it was celebration galore.
Yeah.
There was no time
Money
to
flying left, right,
money flying left, right, land, houses everywhere. They were just
also laurels
laurels. Yeah, they were receiving all kinds of honorary awards and here and there. So now it's time to actually go sit at the screen, look at their game again, because if you just neglect what was their last game and want to build, there's nothing to build on. They need to actually look at the last game against Morocco. That was a very good game. Yeah. Look at what really went wrong, because a lot of things went wrong in that game. The only thing that saved us in that game was the fact that, of course, we are a 9-time champion. Yeah. Morocco have never done it before. So the momentum is there, the experience is there. We're used to that territory. We know how to deliver big stage like that. But now it's time for coach and the players to look at the big screen and see what they can improve on, what they can do, because now they're preparing to go in again. And it won't be easy.
Yeah.
It never gets easier, especially when you've been winning it back to back and back to back. Morocco is now moving close. South Africa is moving very close. Let alone talking about the global stage where they're going to be facing the likes of Canada, France, Australia, Spain, England at the World Cup. So it's never going to be easier for them. So what they need to do now is to ensure that they take every of their game as a platform to get better, not just to get result. I mean, they can always beat Benin, in my opinion. They can always beat Benin. They can always beat some of the teams in Africa. But they should not settle. They should not settle for that. The most important thing is the camp is open very well. It's good. The ladies in camp, the ones coming in, the coach should do everything possible to ensure that this team get better. Yeah. Because in my opinion, I don't think they were the overall best in the last WAFCON. So getting better is the goal.
All right, away from the ladies, the Nigerian Football Federation has confirmed the cancellation of the Super Eagles planned friendly matches against Venezuela and Colombia in the United States following the team's qualification for the 2026 World Cup playoffs. The NFF Director of Communications, Dr. Ademola Olajire, said the decision was inevitable after the Super Eagles secured a playoff spot. The two friendlies arranged through NFF's FIFA match agent, Gerald Patron of Eurodata Sports, were originally scheduled for November 14 and 18 in Houston, Texas and New York, respectively. Now, the NFF had lined up both matches as part of preparations for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. However, the fixtures now clash with the CAF-organized World Cup qualifying playoffs, which will also take place between November 13 and November 16 in Morocco. Daniel, briefly, it looks like at that time when they set these futures for the Super Eagles, maybe even the NFF at that point in time did not expect that the Super. Yeah, exactly. They had given up. They have given up already.
I mean, it is. They actually were not expecting that we'll be playing playoffs.
Yeah.
Because you look at the group we actually came out of in the World Cup qualifiers. No one will expect that a team like Nigeria will be the one, having to go to the playoffs. Well, it has happened. I want to actually appreciate NFF for setting up those games, because they would have. You look at Venezuela, you look at Colombia. This would have been a very good game to prepare them for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But now they will have to play the qualifiers. I mean the playoffs, and maybe from that they can get to play a couple of games before the World Cup.
Away from the Super Eagles, let's talk about the Nigerian players abroad. Udinese head coach Costa Rianic has reaffirmed that Nigerian international Maduka Okoye remains the club's first choice goalkeeper. Okoye made his return to the squad in yesterday's 1-1 draw against Cremonese after serving a suspension over alleged involvement in bet scandals related to a match against Lazio. The Super Eagles shortstopper since have been cleared of any wrongdoing during Okoye's absence. Romania goalkeeper Razvan Sava impressed between the sticks for the Zebras, sparking debate over the team's goalkeeping hierarchy. However, the coach of Udinese has now put all doubts to rest, and he has talked about the fact that Okoye remains number one for the team Udinese, and right now he's happy that he's back. Now, talking about the situation of the goalkeeping line in the Super Eagles, before I get your take, Daniel, let's go on to listen to a former legend talking about the situation of the Super Eagle goalkeeping issue, and it was in relation to Stanley Wabali's performance in recent times at the World Cup qualifiers. Let's go on to listen to that.
Complacent. I don't know what he's thinking now. I don't know what he believes he is so far. Ozoho left, he came in and he became the toast of Nigerians, and suddenly maybe he didn't understand that we needed goals. We needed goals at this stage to get to where we wanted to get to, apart from winning. They would have equalized against Lesotho. A skin of breath that we lost. We didn't draw that game against Lesotho. So for me, I think that it should be spoken to in the very good language he understands. I don't know whether he's not fit. I don't know this training schedule, but I do believe that it is complacency that has set him, and he cannot continue like that. If he wants to mount the goals for us in the next games of our qualifying, they should talk to him seriously before Nigerians descend on him. You know, Nigerians, we don't forgive easily.
All right, that was the voice of former Super Eagles international Edema Godwin Fuludu. Yes, he played for the likes of Julius Berger, 1997, 1998, and also for Nigeria. And he was part of the Nigerian squad for the 1994 African Cup of Nations right there. Now, talking about Stanley Wabali. Yes. And now, that's why I brought this story, and that's why I brought this particular voice from Edema Fuludu. Now, Stanley Okoye is back. Maduka Okoye is back, and this man is talking about the performance of Stanley Wabali. Don't you think right now we have an option?
No, we actually don't have option.
We don't have an option.
If Maduka Okoye is going to be the next in line, it's. I mean, the two goalkeepers for me are both average. In my own opinion,
both average.
I mean, you don't want to tell me that Wabali is top or anything. He's way too average for me. When we talk about going to the World Cup, I don't see how that guy is going to survive shots from top players.
Okay.
Seriously, I can't imagine him playing against Osimhen. I mean, there's no way.
As an opponent.
As an opponent, there's no way. So we just stuck with Wabali because, like the caller rightly said, the legend said right there, because we don't have too many options. I mean, was the first choice goalkeeper then
we were so low.
Yeah, we were so low in the goalkeeping position, and then Okoye came
on board,
and we were thinking he was going to be the man, and then he wasn't able to do it. I think a couple of games he flopped.
Yeah,
and then he was Wabali who came, and he had a couple of two games as well.
Yeah, heading to the AFCON,
and Nigerians just fell in love with him. They began to trend the picture of his head. He has the head of Bizanti Nyama. That's how to know the goalkeeper and all of those funny things we did. But eventually, when you look at what he's been doing recently, there's a lot of question marks now on his place. If the manager is actually a very tough manager, I'm sure by now they'll be calling him and telling him, you know what? You're actually not the man that you should be. You can be better than this. You just need to know that as a goalkeeper, you can't be having troubles with your defenders. You can have these kind of troubles, but you handle it in a way that doesn't affect the team. I mean, you have the first one, the second one, you had the argument so much so that they have to be calling you and dragging you to one side with the very man that actually keeps goal away from coming to your net. I mean, what do you think you want? Can you save the goals yourself? How many shots did you even face against Lesotho? How many did you face against Benin? If not for those guys, standing and, keeping the shot away from you. I mean, you're playing for South Africa.
But now, Daniel, there's Maduka Oke. There's a Maduka Oke, and he plays for a top side. At least in Europe, Udinese, you can still consider it a top side.
Yeah,
but he's had his chance in the Super Eagles. And right now, we've been talking about replacement. We're talking about Stanley Wabali being comfortable because the likes of Amas or Basigi and the other man Adelaye, they've not been given the opportunity, so they don't know how it feels like to be at the sticks for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But here is one man that has had his chance with the Super Eagles, and now he's back after that issue. Don't you think right now Stanley Wabali should be maybe jittery because of the coming back of this this short stopper, the fine boy, like the ladies would always call him, Maduka Okoye? Well,
definitely. When you look at the numbers, in my opinion, I think Maduka Okoye is a bit of a better one. But he had his time, and it didn't go so well for him. And there's one thing, whether you like it or not, it plays a bit of the part. The fact that Maduka Okoye is not entirely Nigerian. When you have to come from abroad to represent, and there is a guy who grew from the home, and he's doing a bit well. Nigerians want to lean on that guy's side because they feel like he understands us more. He carries the blood, he knows how we feel and all of that. But Maduka Okoye, in my opinion, I would have said he's the kind of goalkeeper that has the exposure. Has the experience better on the international level. Compared to a guy who is playing in South Africa, and that's his biggest so far.
So you would prefer Maduka Okoye?
I would prefer Maduka Okoye. I mean, Maduka Okoye is younger. I mean, he's more experienced. He's been playing up there. He has played in Sparta Rotterdam, played in Watford. Now he's playing, of course, in Italy with Udinese, right? And that's another top side in Italian Serie A. So he's very tall, he's athletic, his composure very well under pressure. But he had a couple of, poor handling of the ball. And Nigerians were like, no, this is not the guy. He's only cute. He's not a good goalkeeper. I mean, we are saying he can't even save his relationship, let alone saving goal from entering our net. So, and all of that. But when you look at Stanley Wabali, was his biggest something? Chippa United in South Africa.
Yeah.
There is no any previous club. I can't find a record. But I know it was from the NPFL.
He played in the NPFL.
That's it. That's one thing about it. So, but we've got a guy who played in the EPL, who's played somewhere, of course, in Netherlands, and now he's playing in Italy. You cannot leave that out of consideration.
So you think?
So I think the manager right now should be considering bringing in Maduka Okoye, at least to fire up Nwabali and get his head straight.
Daniel, still talking about Nigerian players abroad. Yesterday was Ademola Lookman's birthday, 28 years, and so many things just started to pop in through my mind. I checked the age of Victor Osimhen, 26. It's going to be 27 this year. It will be 29. I mean, a lot of our players, maybe Victor Boniface is 24, but I realized that these guys are gradually getting, maybe already in their peak.
Yeah.
Because Lookman now 29, Osimhen 27. And if they don't make it through this World Cup, it's going to be a tout or different for Balbo. But just to wish Ademola Lookman happy birthday, because yesterday was his birthday, just to realize that these guys are actually getting older. Do you think Nigeria were prepared for the after of top players like Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Iwobi, Ndidi, William Troost-Ekong, who is already in his 30s? Do you think we are prepared for it? Because when Nigeria started, when we had the likes of Victor Osimhen, 2015, we knew that, okay, these guys are coming on board because of their exploits in the under-17. But right now, the age grades are not doing well. What do you make of it? Do you think we have young players that can actually take up the mantle beyond Benjamin Frederick?
It actually worries some, seriously, because the Super Eagles, you used to see the future fighting with the current one.
Yes.
You used to just see it. Each time you see the Super Eagles maybe playing to go to the World Cup, you see the under-17, under-20 coming out of the World Cup, and you're like, some of these players can go with the guys to the World Cup. And we saw the last World Cup under-20, and to be honest with you, I didn't see anything that is worth saying that's a star right there we've got in our hands. We talk about Daniel Bameyi, you know, and we talk about this guy that is actually the biggest in the team.
Daniel Daga.
That I'm talking about Daga Bameyi. These are guys that have been there for like, I think, over 5 years now.
Yes.
They've been to 2 World Cup already. So that goes to show that the age is not even on their side again anymore. I wonder why they're still on the 20.
Well, they're 19 now.
I mean, if you've been to the World Cup, are still that on the 20. I mean, twice, and yet. So it goes to show that we're running short on talents. We're running short on, you know, having players to represent for the future. And when we see the likes of Osimhen, Lukman Ademola, Chukwueze, all these great guys that we have, and yet they've not yet delivered for us, you know, and now they are being phased out. Because once you're 27, 28, I agree, you're playing your last World Cup. Especially if you're from Africa, you're definitely playing your last World Cup. So it's going to be very worrisome if we have this set of players we have in the under-20. There's no future. I don't see any future amongst them. But I don't know, maybe there are yet players in the country and are yet to be discovered. But if they are not in the net already, if they are not captured already, I don't know what's going to become of future in the next 4 or 5 years. So it's worrisome to see Victor Osimhen, to see, you know, approaching his 27, 28, Ademola, to see Chukwueze, you know, all of them already approaching that age where we begin to. But when you look at Senegal, you look at Ghana,
Morocco,
every day, you look at them, every day the stars keep springing up from there, and so it's worrisome. And I just hope that, you know, the Nigeria Football Federation, the manager as himself also start raising this concern to the Nigeria Football Federation. There must be right now an in country scout must be going on now to discover stars, get them into the net, and let's see what the future will look like for us.
All right, leaving Nigeria and straight as to the foreign scene, Nottingham Forest have confirmed the appointment of Sean Dyche as the club's new head coach with a contract running all till the summer of 2027. And in a statement obtained from the club's ex-audio today, the club said his appointment followed a thorough recruitment process led by Global Head of Football Edu Gaspar and Global Technical Director George Cyrinos. The former Forest youth player joins the club on a contract running until the summer of 2027 and will take charge of his first match on Thursday night as the Reds take on Porto in the Europa League. Sean Dyche will be joined by his experienced coaching team of Ian Wu and Steve Stone, both are former Nottingham Forest players who together made more than 400 appearances for the Reds during the 1990s. During the 1990s, yes, Sean Dyche appointed as the new head coach of Nottingham Forest. Don't you think for Nottingham Forest they are going down instead of getting a top manager? Because how would you move from Nuno Espirito Santo to Ange Postecoglou, then to Sean Dyche that has managed the likes of Everton, Burnley? I mean, what do you make of it?
I think that's a low. And I think I understand why that is happening. There are two explanations for this. First, they've lost a lot of money on Ange Postecoglou. And I don't see how they can pull out resources to sign another top manager. They can't afford it. And all they have to do now is they feel like they've been caught already. They've incurred enough losses in the early hours of the season. So the best thing they can do is to get a man who knows how to survive. You remember Everton was going to die in the EPL. They were going to about relegating. They brought in Sandike because that's his specialty. Yeah, he knows how to get you out of the troubled waters. He knows how to get you out of troubled waters. He's done it all time and again. He himself knows that anytime anyone calls him, he doesn't need to ask where are you on the table.
And Nottingham Forest currently they are in the relegation battle.
Exactly. So anytime he sees a phone call, he doesn't need to ask you where are you on the table. He just say that, oh, you're 17, 18 or 19. How bad? I think he's just like, how bad is it? 18 or 19 or 20.
That's voice.
Okay, you're 20. Don't worry, we've done it before. We've done it before. So the only thing I fear for now is the players in Nottingham Forest. Players, attacking players who are used to being free. You know, now they will be constrained, used to, keeping. I think this is a man that prefer to play
at the back,
like draw.
Yeah.
And maybe get scrappy wins.
Exactly.
He's not. He doesn't know how to win games. He can win here and play like 4 draws. He can cause trouble for likes of Manchester City. Go pick a draw here, go pick a draw there, pick a win here. Eventually, he's going to get you that 39, 42 points, but he's not going to get
take you to the top if they want to remain up there. Yeah. All right, for Sean Dyche, yes, we wish him all the best right there with Nottingham Forest. All right, before we move straight to the Champions League, let's talk about Real Madrid winger Endrick. Now, reports has it is expected to leave Real Madrid on loan during the January transfer window. And this was one man or young boy that was coming from the Brazilian league. Young sensation.
That was tipped to be the new Ronaldo
Exactly. I mean, at some point, he was always wearing his shirt like Pele. A lot of people were saying this. And now he hasn't gotten a start.
You were saying Bobby Charlton.
Exactly. So many things. The hype was crazy. He got the Real Madrid. He got to Real Madrid. And now Xabi Alonso doesn't look like he wants to have this man on deck. Because, I mean, look at Mbappe. How many goals he scored right now? But Endrick is set to leave Real Madrid on loan. And we know how loans could be. He could go to a smaller club. Now, what do you make of it?
I think he's actually not the only one suffering from the current run of form of Mbappe. There was a certain discovery at the Club World Cup for Real Madrid that we all thought was going to be their number 9 this season.
Yeah.
That guy, no one is talking about him.
Exactly.
He's right there, rotting on the bench.
Yes.
Amazing talent.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name again.
Gonzalo something.
Yes, Gonzalo.
Yeah, that guy is probably worth about £50 million in the market today.
Yeah.
With what he did at the World Cup. Very good presence up front. Knows how to move everything he's got, but he's suffering because there's a certain Kylian Mbappe who has not stopped scoring since the season began, both for club and country. He's been delivering. So Garcia. So I understand the situation for Endrick, who is actually not close to Garcia, in my opinion, in terms of scoring goals. You can be a good footballer who knows how to dribble and all of that, but Madrid don't need a dribbler right now. What they need is a guy who can get the goals for them. Mbappe is doing a fine job. Mbappe is a big investment. He's brought into the club to be the face of the club. He's doing it, no troubles. So I won't be shocked if he leaves the club. He was linked to West Ham United the other time. But for him, he feels it was a disrespect. But bro, it's never a disrespect. You're still under 20 years. You only made a poor decision, in my own opinion. You got to Spain.
You don't think you should have made that move?
I mean, you got to Spain in a club where people like you don't survive there. Tell me how many 19-year-old players have actually come to Madrid and actually start leading the line. No one. Morata was there as one of those players, but he could not got a place. He was going back and forth on loan until his career, up until tomorrow he's still in Madrid books. But so now for Endrick, he just actually needs to be honest with himself. The Madrid move didn't work. Get a good move for yourself. He's a fine footballer, for God's sake. He's a fine footballer. Just go to a place where you will get your game time. He's the kind of player that should be going to the World Cup. And he's so sad. He's not been called up for Brazil national team for some months now.
Yeah.
And no one is thinking about him again. So instead of just getting yourself and rotting on the bench, talk to Real Madrid. Maybe a loan move, an option to buy back. Don't get out of that place and go get your game time if you know you are actually as good as the world claims you are.
All right, so that was Daniel's take on the Endrick situation. Now let's take a breather. And when I return, we'll go straight into the Champions League right there. Daniel, I don't know. Anytime I hear the Champions League sound, I always get that. I mean, it gives me that vibe, that energy, slow, steady, forever in my head.
Whether your club is playing it or not.
Exactly. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. I mean, Chelsea was not playing it last season as well.
Exactly. So there's that feeling that I always get when I listen to the Champions League, and it's always just top. So the second time I played it on Melody Sunrise, and Bobola was like, "Oof, I love this sound so much." I mean, there's that feeling the Champions League gives. Yes, Barcelona right now dismantling Olympiacos 2-0 at the Camp Nou. And later today, we'll see Arsenal lock arms with Atletico Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen against PSG, Copenhagen against Dortmund, Newcastle against Benfica, PSV against Napoli, where Kevin De Bruyne plays for Royal Saint-Genoa against Inter Milan. And later today, again, we're going to be seeing Villarreal against Manchester City. Daniel, before we talk about the game going on right now, Barcelona, Olympiacos, yes, Atletico Madrid are angered after the Emirates had no hot water for them to shower after training. Quite funny. And yes, for Atletico Madrid, they've launched a complaint to UEFA just because Arsenal, they don't have hot water for them to shower.
You see, if this had happened to maybe Canopilas when they came to Adamasiba, it would have been, come on. We would have been here and saying, come on, it's beneath us. The state government, why can't you get a water heater? Come on. Who are the people? Chairman of 3SC. What is happening there? Why are you wasting the funds? You know, we would have been saying all sort of things.
Yeah.
As if this kind of flaws don't happen on the international stage. But we've just seen it happen with Arsenal now. And this, when we talk about a team that actually are one of the top class stadium facilities. Arsenal is
the Emirates Stadium.
The Emirates Stadium of this world. How big is it? So, but to hear that, for some funny reasons, Emirates Stadium
don't have hot water.
Don't, as in how now? How did we get here? Maybe Arsenal should tell us whatever mind games they are playing.
Yeah, but Arsenal they've issued an apology to Atletico Madrid after hot water failure at Emirates Stadium. And right now they've sent their apologies.
As in, I want to be actually, if I'm Atletico Madrid manager now, I'll be thinking, what could be the tactical move for this? How can this actually?
Do you think it's tactical?
I mean, football is that crazy. You do everything to get one over your opponent. If right now Atletico Madrid is feeling emotionally down or feeling emotionally connected to this game, because one thing you must not attach to games like this is too much of emotion, especially wrong emotions.
Okay.
If they're feeling like, come on, you deny us hot water bait, Abby. You did it to us. When we come on the pitch tomorrow, we're going to crush you guys. And they come with a wrong motive. And they come with a wrong motivation that us now we sit down and feel like, yeah, that's what we want. Bring the hunger. We hammer you when you're hungry. You know, so it can be a bit of that, but to be honest, it can also be another just one of those honest technical glitch.
Yeah.
You know, it could be some things, but seriously speaking, what are the chances that something like that would have happened? It rarely happened.
Yeah.
That after training, players don't get to shower, and it's cold out there. Players don't get to shower because there's no hot water. Did they have to go to bed like that? Or someone had to go get kettle for them and say, let's warm water? Because if it happened in Nigeria, these guys will get firewoods and put pots and say, yeah, we get water.
I mean, players will carry gas.
Because it can actually be very terrible for players, you know, to fall on the grass, you know, rub themselves on the body, open that. Many of them are eager to go into that shower after training, and then they hear that there's no hot water. So what? Arsenal of this world? So it's disappointing. Let's hope that whoever will also come out to say something regarding this.
Okay, let's talk about Barcelona Olympiacos 2-0 halftime. Remember their last game, that's Barcelona. They lost to PSG 2-1. Yes, right now they're back to winning ways. Femi Lopez was the guy that got 2 goals for Barcelona. Lamine Yamal is there, and a couple of other players, but 2-0 back to winning ways. What do you make of it?
I think Arsenal struggled to get a 1-0 win over Olympiacos in the first game, I guess, and Barcelona is there doing the Barcelona thing. I think they must have actually
Arsenal won 2-0.
2-0.
I mean, the game was dicey.
It wasn't, because I know it was very tough before the goals would start coming in that game. So, but for tonight, I think Barcelona actually had a little bit of trouble lately. And one of the time they can actually bounce back is Champions League. We know Champions League doesn't matter how you're playing in the league.
Yeah.
One of the things I've studied about Champions League is you can finish 19th in your league. We saw it last season. Tottenham and Man United both finished 17th and 16th place in the league, I think. And yet they were playing in the Europa League final. Yeah. That's how crazy the Champions League and the European competitions can be. Once you're there, you forget your league performance. So doing that tonight, I think, it's going to help Barcelona a lot, especially ahead of El Clasico now, to find their balance and all of that. I mean, scoring 2 goals in the first half goes to show that they're already putting them where they belong, Olympiacos. So, and for the owner of Nottingham Forest, who's also one of the co-owners of Olympiacos, is in the pitch. He's seeing another defeat right there. Maybe he's beginning to think, I mean, the pitch is following me personally, not the team. But good performance from Arsenal and for Firmino Lopez. Incredible star. I wish they've sold that guy to Chelsea when Chelsea wanted to sign him.
Chelsea should kuku buy everybody now.
Well, I see your mind.
They should kuku buy everybody. Estavio, this person, every day you're always lamenting.
You're supposed to be the handcall. You're supposed to talk like that.
All right, also going on, Carriers and Marty against Power 4. Yes, 0-0 right now, half time. Let's talk about the games later today. Arsenal against Atletico Madrid. Bayern Leverkusen. I mean, quite some interesting games. Villarreal, Man City. But let's talk about Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. After all of these tactics, no hot water at the Emirates. And now Arsenal will lock hands with Atletico Madrid. I expect a very huge and maybe defensive game. Sort of boring, say, because I mean,
Atletico Madrid, considering the fact that both teams are now very defense oriented.
Exactly.
I see not too many goals in that game, but I know if Atletico Madrid score first, Arsenal would definitely find a way to score, because I think that game is taking place in Emirates Stadium. It's not a place where Arsenal wants to come and disappoint their fans, and Arsenal at the moment, they've got a very good momentum going. You know, one of the things about this kind of momentum early in the season is you don't want to break it. You really don't want to break it. You know, for those who break their momentum and pick it up again, it's good for them. But for a team like Arsenal, everybody is actually rooting for Arsenal to do, if possible, a treble this season. You know, you look at them head to head, I think Atletico Madrid has a hedge over Arsenal. So,
I mean, in recent games.
So it's not going to be an easy game tonight. But at the same time, both will be playing very carefully. Especially for Atletico Madrid, they'll be playing very carefully. And you look at Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, they don't care. They want to play. They want to compete. And they've got incredible players. Attacking wise, Alvarez, if he's fit to play the game. You know, Griezmann is going to be very, very, very hot up front for them. So Arsenal also, they've got what it takes to neutralize any pressure, considering their center, their back line. They've got what it takes. All Atletico Madrid have to do is pay attention to their corner kicks, because you know one thing about Arsenal: if goals don't come from open play, set pieces, corner kicks. I'm sure White Paper Boys already put Arsenal on to minimum 5.
I was going to ask you, what's your prediction?
Predictions for me, I think I see goals. In as much as I don't think like there's going to be a lot of goals, but I still see about 2 to 3 goals.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see a 1-0.
So who do you think would win?
I think it's going to be dicey, but Arsenal will get the hedge eventually.
Okay.
Or the game end in a draw.
I'll
win in favor of Arsenal or draw.
Okay, PSG, Bayern Leverkusen, what do you expect?
I think I'll tip of PSG for this. PSG have been very, very been rusty lately.
Now remember, they have a lot of their guys injured. Dembele, Fabian Ruiz.
And I think a couple of them are getting back now. Doe was in the last game at Strasbourg, and of course Bayer Leverkusen as well have been fine lately. Yes, since the new manager, they've been fine. They've been scoring. That's the most important thing. I think they've been scoring a couple of goals like that. So I think it's going to be a game of goals right there. I see about 3 goals in that game and upward. But it will still go to the defending champion. You have to give it to a defending champion, PSG.
Okay. Copenhagen, Dortmund.
That's another dicey game. Copenhagen can be very, very difficult when they want to be. But Dortmund as well, sometimes it can be disappointing. We know them a lot for that. But eventually, there'll be a winner in that game. And I will be lying if I say I'm not leaning on Borussia Dortmund side. So I think I'll be taking Borussia Dortmund to win, or the game ends in a draw. Okay.
Newcastle, Benfica.
Seriously speaking, if you compare the team, I think Newcastle are in a better shape.
And Benfica?
They're good, but at the moment, I don't believe in their system of play.
That's Benfica.
Their system of play is actually designed to fail against a team like Newcastle United, or let me say Premier League side, because what they want to play is a game that Premier League know how to play but no longer play. That's playing safe. No one plays safe again. They want to score one goal and play safe, but no. Newcastle United, they've got some very dangerous players. The Anthony, the Elanga, incredible guys that will run them on both left, right, and side.
Yeah,
so it's not going to be easy for them. But if I'm going to tip this game, I'll tip it in favor of Newcastle United.
Okay, let's talk about PSV Napoli. Last game for Napoli, they lost it to Torino 1-0.
Yeah.
Slim victory right there. But before then, they were on a very good run, 2 wins.
Yeah.
And for PSV, they won their last game. Go ahead, Eagles, 2-1.
Yeah.
Now, what do you make of it?
Both teams have been struggling lately, Sha. But I think for Napoli, it's just injuries right now for them. They will be without their striker Højlund, who's been scoring fantastic for them.
Yeah, and also Lukaku.
So they have injury worries, and that's one thing that will actually go on tonight to make it very, very tough for them. But in the end, I still see maybe a draw, or let me say a Napoli victory, because no matter how it is, when you've got a manager like Anthony Conte, no matter who's on the pitch.
But people say that Anthony Conte is only good. He's very, very good when it comes to league matches.
Yeah,
but Champions League, he doesn't perform well.
Yeah, but we're talking about the PSV here now, and think they are away or home? They are home.
For Napoli, they are away.
They are away. I think it's dicey, but eventually I see a very, very good chances that Napoli might steal this or he ends in a draw. But I don't see a way PSV get this.
All right, back to predictions. Royal Saint Genoa, Inter Milan.
No, it's Inter Milan.
Easy.
That's no brainer.
Away from home.
Those guys actually did a bit of. I think they did something flashy at the opening of the game. Were they the one that went to Benfica, or was it Carrier Almaty? I think one of those teams went to Benfica and played 4-3. That got the former Benfica manager, fired. Yeah.
And away from home, they lost to Newcastle.
But
they won their first game against PSV.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, okay, PSV. Yeah, I know they did something very good. So I think it's going to be in favor of Inter Milan, because you look at Inter Milan this season in the Champions League, they've been fine. They've been scoring goals. They won at Ajax.
Yeah.
I think another game like that. So
and Slavia Prague.
So if they've done those games, I don't see why these teams will be a difficult one for them. So they get a win.
Okay, Villarreal, Manchester City.
I think that's the game of the night, in my opinion. After the Arsenal Atletico Madrid, I would say Villarreal, Manchester City. Both teams will have a contest in the midfield, because we've got Partey right now, who's very familiar with the Manchester City midfield. Maybe because a couple of players are there now, but I think the midfield, he's very familiar with how Pep Guardiola plays. He can bring that information to the table for Villarreal, and we can't deny the fact that the Villarreal they know actually how to play European games.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very, very difficult game. But in the end, I will still give it to a Manchester City. But the game will be a game of goals. Might be 3-1 or 3-2. But I see Man City scoring goals.
And currently in the Barcelona Olympiacos game right now is 2-1. Olympiacos have restored parity right there, 2-1. Maybe we're going to see a shocker.
Yeah, it was always going to be like that. You know, one of the things that I actually discovered about football now is there's goals in football now.
Yeah.
You hardly see goalless draw, because nobody plays to save again. Everyone believes that attack.
They go all out.
Yeah, everybody believes now that attack is the best form of defense. So you want to lose, stay back and be the victim. But if you want to actually be in the match, you have to keep either you've got what it takes or not. Be out there, even if you have to pretend that you're attacking.
Yeah.
Just keep sending the ball out. It keeps the opponent away from your box, and that's why we keep seeing goals. So I'm not surprised. Doesn't mean that they are going to do anything. I'm sure Barcelona will still score. Their regular goal scorers are yet to score. The Rashford, the Lamine Yamal, all of that. They are yet to be on the score sheet. They will be on the score sheet tonight. So the game might be a game of 4 goals or 5 goals to 3 or 2, to 2 or more. So eventually it's going to be a Barcelona victory.
Okay, Daniel, before you go, let's talk about the highest goal scorers in the Champions League. Right now, Kylian Mbappe, number 1 with 5 goals. Harry Kane, 4 goals. Anthony Gordon, 3 goals. Haaland, 3 goals. Yes, Martinelli 2 goals. Now, would you expect or would you think would go on to finish as the highest goal scorer? And it's nice to see that there's no Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nice to see that, because it used to be the two of them, 5, 7 goals,
exactly.
3, 7 goals. But it's good to actually have that list. And when you see that list, you look at, I think the one person I know will finish as high as possible is Harry Kane.
Not Haaland?
No, Haaland. I don't know how far Man City can go. But I don't think they are going to go as far as Bayern Munich will go, because right now they are the only team across Europe with a 100% record, both Champions League and of course in their league. So they are in very good shape right now. That's why I'll be tipping a Harry Kane or Kylian Mbappe.
And do you think they can break the CR7 record?
How many goals? 16 goals in this
season?
16. They can. I think Harry Kane stands a chance. Harry Kane is one player that can do that with ease, and of course the way Kylian Mbappe also is doing it, can do that with it. But one thing about Erling Haaland is injury. I think he's the only guy among them who can be injured in the most crucial time of the season. So, but eventually, if I'm to tip anyone to the Champions League highest goal scoring, I'll tip Harry Kane or Kylian Mbappe.
All right, still talking about Champions League right now in the Barcelona Olympiacos game. Yes, VAR currently they're checking the Olympiacos goal, and if something happens, one thing about the Champions League, once you see VAR,
the high neck of football,
is either the goal is being cancelled or maybe something. Okay, the goal stands.
The goal stands.
Yeah, well, 2 goals to 1.
Well, the game will not be open.
Yeah.
Because if there's anything I know is Barcelona is they know how to keep the ball. So scoring 1 back at Barcelona, I don't think I'll be worried. Of course, they've been very poor in defense lately.
Yeah.
Saw that against Sevilla, and of course their last game it was until the final minute before they got the victory. So for me, I still feel like this is Champions League and it's a different ball game.
All right, thank you so much for coming, Daniel.
It's an honor. See you on the other side.
All right, I will take a breather now and return alongside Z here for the entertainment segment. Yeah, we're going to be playing the time check and good music before we lock on the stories making rounds in the world of entertainment. Yeah, I still remain your man, Bobola Igufemi. Stay tuned. The cruise show continues.
Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody. Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody.
Looking for a better place for cool music? First and news, sports stories, and enlightening programs. Just tune to Melody 100.7 FM. Still cool with Melody.
100.7. 100.7.
Melody.
100 Point radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? I guess you're just what I need. We play anything like this. You can go your own way. And this. We could have had it both. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
My heart's a stereo. It beats for you, so listen close. And my thoughts in every note. Oh, oh. Make me a radio. Turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. Sing along to my stereo.
Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody.
from Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 7 p.m.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with me.
We the pop champagne. We the pop champagne. We the pop champagne. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 something. Pop, 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 something. Say if you carry her, you know it make you pop something. Pop, 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 we the pop champagne. We the pop champagne. We the pop champagne. Pop, 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 pop. Make you pop champagne. Pop, 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 pop. Make you pop champagne. I say, hold the baby, when I did pop champagne. Hold the baby, when I did pop champagne. All the time when I enter the club, I did pop champagne. And when the ladies see me, they pop it, they bust their brain. I make it rain, oh, they go insane, oh. Make them forget the sorrows and get to jolly while I dey pop, 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 something. Pop, 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 something. Say if you carry her, you know it make you pop something. Pop, 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 when we dey pop champagne. I say models plenty when we dey pop champagne. After one bottle, two bottle, three bottle, four, some people start to be staggered to the door. 5 bottle, 6 bottle, 7 bottle, 8. Nobody beats to me concentrate, cause I make it rain. Oh, they go insane. Oh, make them forget the sorrows and start to jolly while I dey pop, 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 something. Pop, 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 something. Say if you carry her, you know it make you pop something. Pop, 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 something. Every day I dey pop, pop, pop. 50 bucks when I pop, pop, pop. Make everybody wanna pop, pop, pop. I pop, 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 don't stop, pop, pop. Every day I dey pop, pop, pop. 50 bucks when I pop, pop, pop. Make everybody wanna pop, pop, pop. I pop, 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 don't stop, pop, pop. If you try to stop my balling, if you try to stop my popping, if you try to stick that Shalanga le ma kusi, shalanga no ma kusi, shalanga le ma kusi, shalanga, shalanga, say if you carry her, you know it make you pop something. Pop, 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 something. I feel like I'm flying over the moon. Baby, I feel like I'm flying over the moon.
thing go lead to one thing, and that one thing go lead to something. What they do, how you know the front thing? Straight to the point, you know get time for long thing. You may be longing. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you try me, I'ma give it to you double. Right now, I'ma take you to my room, I'ma have you screaming, it's W. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you follow me, I'ma give it to you double. And the way you put it on me, I don't need nobody to tell me. Say you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it. I know you want it, cause you bad. 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 See this, lepa to bad, lepa to bad. See this, lepa to bad, 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 lepa to bad. Woman ever say no, woman ever say no, no. Woman ever say no, woman ever say no. Woman ever say no, say no, no. Woman ever say no, woman say no. Money tell a llama before they start to call me Bama Bama. Give me a shama, oh llama. So the ginger me down with a jam and that's all. So they make me the color. What do you give me? I don't know, girl. If I catch you for corner, I go chop you up like two. You bad, you want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it. I know you want it, cause you bad. 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 See this, lepa to bad, lepa to bad. See this, lepa to bad, lepa to bad, lepa to bad, lepa to bad, lepa to bad.
It's sexy girl, you know you turn me on. You make me wanna rock your body till the early morning. Girl, I like the way you twist and whine.
Baby, you shot him or me. Yo, baby, Jackie, mommy. My bishop, me follow me. I just want SCX, no LOV. Baby, have you ever met a Kalabuta boy? When I finish, you gon' need the paracetamol. Baby, girl, you too much Jackie, my best in box. I know they do too much, I be like this, man. Oh, the way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. She said, baby, I'm ready. Push it in her belly. Your punani wallpaper for me selling. She don't want nobody. I always me, I feel like I'm not telling. Easy, baby, let's get busy, baby. Easy, baby, don't get busy, baby. Say, when you looking for me, I'm gonna do it there. That's a man, and I'm on the way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, where she sing with it, where she sing with it, where she sing, the way she sing with it, where she sing with it, where she sing with it, where she sing. Early in the morning, rushing in on, now she gone. You're my body, girl, you give me energy. You feel like ecstasy, now you be my fantasy for real. We live never that we can go to Cyprus. Now she fuck around and sing like Miley Cyrus. She like, when you ready for me, I'ma be able to do it there. Let's say my the way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. The way she sing with it, I think she's selling down. She said, baby, I'm ready. Push it in my belly. Your punani wallpaper for me selling. She don't want nobody. I always me, I feel like Balotelli.
no go lie. Say it hard for you to let me go. You can see what's in my eyes, I no go lie. Say it hard for me to let you go. Bobola, I be toruba no, la begi oromo. Baby, man, shake my leg, la begi oromo. I be toruba, I be toruba no, la begi oromo. And if you my body, you get body red, la begi oromo. And my body all, baby, body all, oh, la begi oromo. I need to ruba, I need to ruba, la begi oromo. Baby, show me love, and I will show you something too. When you need somebody, I'll be the one you run to. Baby, show me trust, and I will show you something too. And you'll be the one that I will give my name to. Cause baby, good love is the only thing I'm ever gonna need. Ever gonna need. Yeah, baby, show me your mama, and I will show you my mama too. And if I tell you I love you, shit, you go tell me you love me. I can see what's in your eyes, I know go lie. Say it hard for you to let me go. You can see what's in my eyes, I know go lie. Say it hard for me to let you go. Bobola, I be toruba no, la begi oromo. Baby, man, shake my leg, la begi oromo. I be toruba, I be toruba no, la begi oromo. And if you my body, you get body red, la begi oromo.
Baby, your love, it just sweet me. You mean everything to me. Every time when I think of your love, it did do me something for body. And no need to say you were, you always just my command. I'll choose you again in another life, yeah. No need to pay for me or your money. Don't worry, boy, cause I got it. And baby, I will share it all with you. And I remember when it was just you and me under the tree. Oh, I beg you,
I know go lie. Say the hard for you to let me go. You can see what's in my eyes, I know go lie. Say the hard for me to let you go.
Hard for me to let you go.
I be toruba no, la begi oromo. Baby, man, shake my leg, la begi oromo. I be toruba, I be toruba no, la begi oromo. And if you my body, you get body red, la begi oromo.
Spanish music.
Eager fire, there's it. Yeah. See me na body me particular. So love, me put down my no go they want me na Adiza. All up, Adimina. All of the money my Janina. All up, Apadi. I go the Iga Mekanina. No. Show me your body, make I display all the money for your top. Yeah, Monica, make I know the money tie you for your dog.
Finally, as I don't reach, make us a man know the door. Yeah. Monica, Monica, make I know the money tie for your door. Yeah. Rua, 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 oh no. Yeah. Rua, 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 oh no. Yeah. Telling me things, yeah. She go to lick in my brain, yeah. She go to lick in my brain, yeah. Monica, take it easy on me. Make you no go kill the person. This your body, they do me something. Baby, you chop on my money. Show me your body, make I display all the money for your dog. Yeah, Monica, Monica, make I know the money tie you for your dog. Finally, as I don't reach, make us a man know the door. Yeah, Monica, Monica, make I know the money tie you for your dog. Yeah. Rua, 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 oh no. Yeah. Rua, 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 oh no. Yeah. Rua, 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 oh no. Rua, 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 rua.
Alright, it's another beautiful time to talk entertainment on Melody 100.7 FM. You know, this is the cruise show. Yes, the first segment was the sports segment where Daniel and I did justice to talk about the Champions League game going on right now. Barcelona are locking arms with Olympiacos and a couple of other games. And we talked about, yes, what is happening out in Nigeria, so many things, the Super Falcons and also the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And yes, this is the second segment of the show. The entertainment segment where we talk about the latest happenings in the world of entertainment. I mean, the stories making the rounds. The likes of Mr. Easy, DJ Copy, Yabo Joe, a lot of them are in the news today. And you know, I don't do it alone. I always have my Sheila. Why are you smiling? Z, how are you doing?
What's
good evening.
Sheila thing? What does it even mean?
I don't know. It's just a popular. Is it TikTok sound? Let me call it a TikTok sound.
Asking me.
Yeah.
No, but you did.
Well, but it sounds really sweet, you know. I mean, my Sheila. Even if it doesn't mean anything, I think it's still very calm, cool. You know, there are certain things they don't even have a meaning, or they don't need to have a meaning. But the fact that the expression,
yeah, it was. I know I say meme, but like we Nigerians we always turn into something. Like Nigerians are just
my Sheila. How are you doing?
All right, good evening. I'm doing well.
I mean, it's nice to see you. I mean, looking at your outfit, top.
Black, though. We're twinning, yeah.
Exactly, but I don't have any whites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, you should have put on some white.
I mean, you can go on our Facebook page, Melody 100.7 FM.
Oh, but you have white on your glasses.
Oh, okay. I mean, this particular eyeglass here, when I wore it, somebody was like, "What are you wearing? What is this?" I'm like,
I mean, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, your taste or whatever you wear.
Exactly.
It's not
allow me to.
Yeah.
Is it not fine? She could find me. Is it fine? Ah, Jesus. Oh, Chim.
No, it's actually cool. Don't worry. I just wanted to put you on the spot a bit.
Okay, it's nice
Good evening, everyone listening. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you continue. It's up to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for listening in, as always. Yeah.
All right, I'm Akim Bobola, Egunfemi. Good evening. All right, let's start with this story. Our popular singer and entrepreneur Oluwatosin Ajibade, popularly known as Mr. Easy, has revealed his new profession, and the skin tight crooner shared that is now focused on online streaming. He disclosed this while responding to a fan who asked whether he has ditched music for content creation. And this is what the fan said. Is Mr. Easy still a musician or now a content creator? Responding, Mr. Easy wrote, up and coming streamer. And Mr. Easy has been sharing more content than usual on his social media pages, especially TikTok, since he's married to billionaire businessman Femi Otedola's daughter, Timi Otedola. He recently shared a video declaring his intention to become president in the near future, and he has also shared videos on how marriage has changed him. Now, this is Mr. Easy talking about his new craft, content creation. Yes, his new profession, content creation. Now he's a content creator, joining the likes of Aisha Speed, and in Nigeria, there's a Silent Pella and a couple of others.
Wait, you mean streaming?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very well versed in like gaming and the world of gamers, basically. But yeah, I mean, I guess when you're a billionaire, you conquered half the world. Of course, you the next thing is to conquer the next. Should I say what's the word? The next sphere of influence. That's not as serious. The next field.
Yeah, profession.
Yeah.
Because some people consider it a profession. Now, remember Aliko Dangote at his wedding? He said Mr. Easy has businesses across 18 countries. I mean, thinking about it, I think some of these guys, they just have a lot of money to just try new things.
All right.
Just do whatever because they are comfortable. Because I really don't expect that Mr. Easy, I mean, looking at some of his companies.
Yeah, will become a streamer, right?
Well, I just think he's just doing it for fun.
Well, I do. It points to the thing that says, money. Somebody once said, money is not about money, right? It's just a means to an end. So basically, the thing it does is it buys you your time, and the freedom to use your time as you please, because that's really all you have, honestly. So all you have is time, and how do you spend that time? So it's like money is the currency that gives you access to the actual currency of time.
Preach, mama, preach.
Did you quote me on that?
Preach. Say it again.
I can't. No.
Oh my God.
It won't have that.
Mess up.
It won't have
Mess
that.
up.
It won't have that pizzazz.
No, try. I mean, I need to hold that.
Oh my God.
That's like food for thought.
It will ruin the
sequence and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
money.
Whoever
heard it. I dropped it and then
Okay, I have to go back on Facebook and I'll check. I mean, have to note that line because
you wouldn't do that.
I mean, it's a banger.
Don't lie.
Honestly, I would.
You will. All right. Oh, I'm so touched by that.
But I think it's just all pleasure for Mr. Easy, and I wish him all the best.
But when you have all that money,
exactly. I mean, just enjoy.
Follow now.
All right, let's leave that story and talk about Shino Peters. He said, "I have more classics than Michael Jackson." Yes.
Okay, that's.
He choke.
Wow, that's a strong claim.
Exactly. Wow. I mean, Nigerian juju musician Oluwashino Akombi Peters, popularly known as Sir Shino Peters, has identified classics as the most desirable legacy of musicians. Now, featuring in a particular podcast, Sir Shino Peters said it is a dream of every musician to have evergreen songs at the end of their career. And the 67-year-old music veteran said he feels accomplished after having bagged 4 classics, claiming that he has more classics than the late American pop star Michael Jackson. Now, this was what he said. The only thing you can show for showbiz at the end is how many evergreens you have produced. To my credit, I have 4 evergreens. Even Michael Jackson has just 2, Of the World and Thriller. Now, Of the World and Thriller, those are the 2 for. That's Sir Shino Peters talking about the fact that Michael Jackson has just 2 evergreen songs, Of the World and Thriller. So for him, he said, so I have 4, I am accomplished, he expressed. Sir Shino Peters, however, expressed dissatisfaction over the current state of Nigerian music industry. Now, his claim is Michael Jackson has just 2, and the 2 songs are Of the World and Thriller. I mean, Thriller is a banger, 7 billion views. I saw it on YouTube. I don't think I've seen any song with 7 billion views. And Sashino Peters, now, he said he has 4 evergreens.
Okay.
Now, what do you make of it? Why are you looking like this?
You see how I let you finish?
Yeah.
Now, before I say anything, I will say I will lead with this, right? So Sashina Peters is actually, I would use the word legendary when it comes to, the juju, the African juju music scene. He obviously, basically gave birth to the Afro juju genre. You know, it took the traditional juju sound because he started out playing with bands with Mr. Ebenezer Obey, and then some other, headliners in the juju, in the juju industry, right? And then he took that and then he synthesized the genre with westernized pop. So he gave juju a faster beat.
It's the way you call it for me, juju. Asaki.
Okay, how am I supposed to say? I know it's not juju. Is it juju? Like juju, like jazz? Supposed to call it like that?
Juju. Anyway,
do you say Afro juju or Afro juju?
It's not juju, Sha. I shall know it's not juju.
But
it
can be
juju. Juju. Yes, juju.
Sorry to listeners out there. Okay, let's just say it like jazz. Okay, juju. Right. Oh my god. All right, so like he took that and he gave it's a more like pop like beat and like went all out with the live band performances and basically he gave birth to Afro juju. So I get why he would like feel like, oh, I'm a legend in that. And yes, he of course was very foundational in setting that piece of history for music. But all respect to Sashino Peters, and I'm not trying to like be, I can't even be whitewashed here because MJ was black. Oh my god, sorry, because of all the things that he did. Obviously, we forget that he's black sometimes because he did look white. But that's not the point. The point is, you are talking about the great MJ. Woo! To say it, I feel like he made a point, but it was factually wrong in saying, or let me not say wrong because I don't want to, but let me just say it was factually biased in saying he had more classics than MJ. I mean, come on, Billie Jean, they don't care about us.
Name it.
Man in the Mirror, Bad. Beat It.
That's how many now.
Come
6.
on, that's like I'm not even going to have
including Thriller and the one he also
Heal
mentioned.
the World.
Yeah.
I can't even. I'm trying to name up Man in the Mirror. I think I already said Man in the Mirror, but like off the top of your head, like MJ has like 20 plus classics, man. Like,
but I mean, you should understand that he was in the podcast, and some people, they would have to praise themselves now, and they will have to look for somebody high to compare.
We can't say that. We can't say Sashino Peters and say some people. He's not some people.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm trying to be respectful.
I'm not even talking about Sashino Peters here.
Right.
I'm just talking about like everybody in general. You know, when you have a podcast and sometimes this podcast is just to promote yourself. You try to lay claims. You try to say certain things just to be on the news. You understand? Because it's an opportunity.
Why are you saying he was chasing clouds?
I don't think so.
Bold, Bobola.
Bold?
That's bold to say. You're saying Sashino Peters.
No, when you talk about music, you have to give it to MJ, like irrespective. Now, big applause.
I like how you whistled your way out of that one. I wasn't able to box you.
So you have to give it to MJ.
Of course.
I mean, young, old.
Peters, though,
big respect to him. I mean, the SAR is not a joke.
As in
the SAR at the back of the Shino Peters is
very, very important.
And talking about SAR Shino Peters, his album Ace 1989 won Artist of the Year and Album of the Year at the Nigerian Musical Awards. Right there, and he was also ordained a bishop in 2021. By Cherubim and Seraphim Church. Why not a conventional music award? This is a form of institutional recognition of his influence and standing. He's still a legend, irrespective. But
I think it was that album that the popular song that we know him for. That
he just Peter.
That's a bump to tomorrow.
I mean, a banger.
Nah, for real.
Honestly, because
thank you for putting that on. Though I needed that.
Shino Peters. All right, so let's leave that one and I talk about this story. Yes, actor Sean Fakwa creates history with Nigeria's first ever moving train award. Yes, a Nollywood actor Sean and event planner Sharon Ufunaya Madueke have made history by tying the knot aboard a moving Lagos Ibadan train, becoming the first couple in Nigeria to hold a wedding ceremony on a train. The couple transformed. I love that. The couple transformed the trained coaches into a stunning wedding venue with floral arrangements, bridesmaid, groomsmen, and officiating ministers who conducted the ceremony while the train was in motion. Yes, in a post celebrating the landmark event, the Nigerian Railway Corporation (RRC) commended the couple for their creativity and uniqueness. And this was what they said. From lovebirds to locomotives, we are keeping teens on track. History made the first ever wedding on a moving train in Nigeria, proof that the journey can be just as beautiful as the destination. Wow. The ceremony has since gone viral across social media, drawing admiration from Nigerians who applauded the couple's originality and sense of adventure. Now, what do you make of it? The first ever moving train wedding in Nigeria.
Oh my God, they're still
we should try out
There's
something
still
new.
romantics alive. Bobola, what's your dream wedding like? What's your dream wedding? Give us a snippet.
Okay, just few people at the wedding.
That's what they always say.
Few people.
Until.
I mean,
Do you know you're Nigerian? Do you know that your parents are the ones that actually doing the wedding, not you?
Exactly. Can you
Do you know? Okay, but yeah, go on.
Okay, so just a few people. Okay, I'm trying to think about it. In a beach.
Okay.
Different.
Oh my God, beach. Okay.
Yeah, close to the water.
Okay.
Then just few people.
You just remember something. I'm sorry to cut you off. My aunt once said this, right? She's like a very controversial person.
Okay.
I'm like, the last one of the family that always like says stuff that makes
exactly.
She goes like, you know what? To avoid all those African mother, invite everybody. I will do beach wedding at night so they can come in and make water and nobody will go. I'm like, what? What?
But this one is going to be in the day.
Right,
just few people and just going to be a banger, honestly. Just few people have all the delicacies. Both Nigerian and the normal jollof rice and everything. Then
there's nothing normal about jollof rice. Are you trying to diss on our?
No. I said the local food like the amala.
Okay.
Then also, why you doing this to me on here today? It used to be Anu, but this time, kilo shelling now. Calm down.
All right.
Okay, but like that's the ideal. Sometimes it's only dream now. Yeah, let's see how it goes in the future.
What do you mean? Are you
sometimes, I could just be. Next year it could be different.
What you want, you could change.
You could change. You understand different things. But right now.
But one thing that usually doesn't change is like song choice. Top 3 songs.
Top 3 songs
for the first couple dance, because everybody says that's major.
Okay. Just to start. This Ijo Shino is the.
Are you sure? I need to have that.
Because there has to be a Nigerian song there.
All right. Okay.
Like top songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has one of these songs. Maybe. Adeori Yokin. That will be there. Then one song from Asaki. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but then you have to choose a slow down song.
Okay, yes. Yes, this song
it has to be a classic. It has to be a classic.
Now you get the wedding.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, this song, Iggy Orombo, Shantizo.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, that love song. Because I feel like when we're coming in. Yeah?
You like that song so much?
I love it so much.
What happened to Shantizo?
It's not been in the news and...
Where did he go? It's like, I have so many questions. What happened? I don't mean to digress, but what happened to Shantizo? What happened to Mehdi? Where are these
Exactly.
people?
Top guys.
But yeah, sorry, back to your dream wedding.
Yeah, so these 3 songs, I mentioned Ade Oriokin.
Yeah.
Then Sashino Peaches song.
Yeah.
This other song, Asaki. Just any song. Sunshine, Remember.
Oh my God, Remember is so beautiful.
Any of them, I don't mind.
Beautiful. No.
And Shantizo. What about you? Over to you, Mama. Mama, let's do it.
So moving on.
Moving on, okay. After I've done my own, you have to do yours. I
haven't thought about it, so I can't say much.
Okay, top 3 songs.
Top 3 songs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, I can't. Nah, I feel like I can't choose. Right now, no. How you profile me, Bobola? No, well, oh my God, there's this song I heard recently.
Okay.
It's beautiful, but I don't know the title. It's it's an oldie, but I heard the song and I thought, wow. It just reminds you of what music is supposed to sound like.
Okay, what's the song?
I don't. That's the thing. I
Oh,
don't
you don't
know. I
know?
just said it like
Oh,
random.
okay.
It was an oldie. It was beautiful. Someone played it, and I was like, "What is this?" I know I could have Shazammed it, but when you're Gen Z and you're too lazy to reach for your phone, that is just like a few centimeters to your right. God help me. No, seriously, it was within my arm's reach, and I just didn't. So maybe it's not because if it was the song that it will be the one, I would take the time to Shazam and be like, put it down. Like,
Do you know? I just remember something. My dad is very, very funny. My dad could be seen sitting in the sitting room. I swear. Honestly.
And they call you from your room.
Honestly.
And they be like, "Buy me remote here." It's literally in
His
front
phone
of
is close to him, and my dad would call me from. Oh my
Why
god.
did they do that? I hope we're not parents like that, Bobola. I hope we don't turn out like that, bro.
I don't.
It's such an.
I'm not sorry, my dad, but then I don't think I want to do that because my phone is literally close. Let me just take it out. I know he's probably listening out there. Big shout out to him.
Aww.
Okay, let's move away from that. Okay, your top three songs. You didn't mention it.
I already said that. I can't. I don't know.
Okay, but okay, three artists.
When I hear them, I will know. That's the thing. Okay. No, but when I hear them,
mention three artists that you would. Just three artists, top three artists. I know Celine Dion. You love her so much.
I love. Oh my god.
Justin Bieber.
Oh my god.
Those are songs, or those are people you always mention.
Right now, you're putting me. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say there'll be at least one Rema song. I think.
Which one?
There'll definitely be a Rema. I think there'll be a
Rema. Okay.
No, there probably won't be. Or maybe there will be. I don't know. You see, I haven't thought this through. You have. That's why you're able to answer. I don't know, Bobola. I'll think about it.
Okay, let's move away from that and talk about Iyabo Ojo, as she celebrates Priscilla and Jumajok's grandson as a visit Nigeria. Yes, Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo hosted a grand homecoming celebration in Lagos to welcome her daughter Priscilla Ojo and her husband Tanzanian singer Jumajokes and their newborn son Rakim back to Nigeria. The family arrival was met with traditional drummers, singers and dancers who filled the air with music and excitement. Right there, the family return followed an elaborate 4-day celebration and naming ceremony for baby Rakim earlier this month in Tanzania. And Priscilla also took to an Instagram story to share snippets from their journey from Tanzania to Nigeria, expressing gratitude to her mother and godmother.
H Money producer. When I close my eyes and I think of the memory, me and you and me. You used to love me. You used to love me. And baby, I would ride for you, slow wine for you. I would touch my tippy toes, I would bounce it for you. Oh, all the things you used to do. I still remember back in December was the hottest winter. From the sunrise to midnight, the love they enter. That is why I surrender. There is no contender. From the midnight to sunrise, the love they enter. Touch me now, right now. Do you remember the rain? 'Cause I remember the rain. I wanna feel it right now. Touch me now, right now. Do you remember the rain? I wanna drown in the rain. Me want me feel it right now. Right now. You think I'd leave your side, baby? Oh, Lord have mercy, no. I know you're better than that. Oh, baby, I would ride for you, slow wine for you. Make I touch my tippy toes, make I scatter for you. All the things you used to do. I still remember back in December was the hottest winter. From the sunrise to midnight, the love they enter. That is why I surrender. There is no contender. From the midnight to sunrise, the love they enter. Touch me now, right now. Do you remember the rain? 'Cause I remember the rain. I wanna feel it right now. Touch me now, do you remember the rain? I wanna drown in the rain. Me want me feel it right now. Give me your honey and I put on the show. I'll be your private dancer like I was once before. Spray me with your money, make it fall to the floor. Singing wine, mommy, wine, mommy, wine, mama, wine. Ooh, how does it feel? Yeah, how does it feel? I still remember back in December was the hottest winter. From the sunrise to midnight, the love they enter. That is why I surrender. There is no contender. From the midnight to sunrise, the love they enter. Touch me now, right now.
All right, still talking about so many stories and the entertainment segment on Melody 100.7 FM. Yes, this is still the Crew Show. Now, Nollywood actress Yvonne Jagade has advised her colleague Regina Daniels to leave her marriage following allegation of domestic violence by the latter against her husband Ned Uwoko. In a blunt post on Instagram, Jagade urged Regina Daniels to divorce her husband if the allegation of domestic violence are true, stressing that violence is a deal breaker regardless of her gender. Regardless of the gender that is affected, she encouraged Regina to take a bold step, noting that she's still very, very young right there. That's Dollywood actress Yvonne Jagade talking about the fact that Regina Daniels should leave her marriage following allegation of domestic violence by the latter against her husband, Ned Uwoko. What do you make of it? What do you make of it, Z? Even Jagade advising her colleague, Regina Daniels, as regards the domestic violence. We saw so many things on the internet. I mean, both parties are coming out to release statements. We saw Ned Uwoko's statement. We saw that video where Regina Daniels, alongside our brother, crying, complaining, talking about certain things that Ned Uwoko, yes, the senator, has done right there. But this is Yvonne Jagade coming out to advise our colleague. Now, what do you make of it briefly?
It's pretty clear cut, Bobola. Would you stay in a relationship that, has physical abuse in it? Would you?
No, definitely no.
All right. So, yeah, there you have it.
Keeping it short and simple right there.
Yeah.
I think, Z, you've said it all. I mean, nobody would want to remain in that type of marriage. All right, there. So we're talking about, yes, Yabo Ojo celebrating Priscilla and Juma Jukes before then. But now, there's something that happened today, and we need to talk about it. Now, some weeks ago, we talked about the fact that, there was a particular movie awards. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And Nigerians, was he... trying to remember.
Okay, it was it was supposed to be the best international features
award, yeah,
and
exactly.
The NOSC, sorry, let me just say it in full. Nigerian Oscar Selection Committee said we would not.
Yeah, 2026 Oscars.
Yeah, we wouldn't be putting for a film or a submission for the 2026 Oscars, right? And then it was kind of disappointing. And then that passed. That happened. Like we took it, and then barely how many weeks after, the UK pushes for an entry, like a submission
by themselves, not even Nigeria pushing for it.
Yeah, they submitted as the country, and they submitted for that exact category. Oh my God, I don't know. Like I felt a lot of things saying that. Obviously, first you think is because first off, the movie itself is called My Father's Shadow, and then it was directed. It's a debut. It's a feature debut by Akinola Davis Jr. Right?
Yeah.
And he's British. He's British Nigerian.
Right?
Yeah,
filmmaker.
He was born in London, and then he moved here at the age of 3, and then went back, for his education and to study filmmaking. He's even an alumnus of the prestigious New York Film Academy. Everybody knows that, right? So My Father's Shadow, and then it premiered at Cannes, the prestigious, the famous film festival, Cannes, right? And it got a special jury mention for Camera d'Or. Sorry, that thing sounds so much like Ballon d'Or. I can't. It sounds so like
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, so Camera d'Or is like Ballon d'Or, but for movie. Right?
Yeah.
They're basically. So yeah, and he didn't win that category, right? But it got a mention.
The same movie.
Yeah, My Father's Shadow. My Father's Shadow.
Yeah.
Right? So like, that is his story because that has never happened. First off, I think it's the first movie to ever debut at a Cannes Film Festival. And we were just talking about weeks back that we need to focus because if it comes
where
to
we try to compare South Africa and
we
the Nollywood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That we need to focus more on like festival strategy and like doing all the things and getting better DCPs and the grading and all of that thing, right? And then this is the first ever movie to like debut at the Cannes and then get a special jury mention for Cameron Doe. It didn't win it obviously, but like it's prestigious enough that it even got like, you know, recognized in the first place, right?
Well, let's talk about the fact that it was the UK
exactly
pushing for Nigeria.
Oh my god. So first off, when I first saw that, oh my god, I have to be calm because honestly, I won't lie, I got like mad sentimental, and I say that because all of a sudden I found myself a sudden conspiracy theorist, right? And I was looking at it from the much bigger picture of what is it? What have we done to like this Britain, like this UK people? Like first off, they come off with colonization. It's like we have stuff, great stuff. They see the potential. We have it in raw. They take it and they get like the credit for it, right?
Yeah. I mean, they colonized us. What do you expect?
Exactly. So like it's crazy because up till now they're still getting like, you know, returns on some of like our royalties, like crafts,
top people out there. You see doctors, you see so many professions there.
Right. So like I had to take a step back. I'm like, okay, you know what, be calm. Let's look at the facts, right? So first off, it's painful to admit, but they technically did not break any rules. So apparently, according to AMPAS rules, or you know, I can't say the full name of the like organization. I know it's AMPAS, right?
Yeah.
So a country that is not the country that the movie was shot, it doesn't have to necessarily be the country that the movie was shot in.
Okay.
That has to submit the movie. So you can submit a
on behalf of.
Not exactly on behalf of. So let me put it this way. So it's not the country or the location that the movie is shot in that determines, you know, who. That determines its submission. You know what determines it? The people who have distribution rights, the production rights, and basically whatever production institution that launched the movie, that I gave it a soft launch, that I launched it up there. Now check it out.
So it's fair enough that somebody or the British can actually push a movie of Nigeria on behalf of Nigeria.
It's not on behalf of Nigeria. It's under their flag. That's why it's painful, right? So the thing is,
okay, it's under their flag.
They are the ones like pushing it,
taking claim of it.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? Next week Tuesday we'll talk about all of this extensively. We talk about movies, because I feel like this is something we have to dissect. And time is not our friend anymore. Daniel is already giving me that side right there. Thank you so much, Z, for being part of the program today.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know what the pause was for. Thank you all for listening.
All right, special thanks to Daniel Adeyemi, the studio manager for today, and also Marcus Agbeniga and Timothy doing justice to the streaming right there. And also big ups to the engineers, Amos33 and Moses, my brother. And yes, the general manager of Melody 100.7 FM, Eniola Afolabi, the sports marshal. He was in the studio for a while. We talked briefly about something. Yes, and until later today, when I come your way, not today, tomorrow, when I come your way again, I'm Bobola, Egufemi. Good evening.